In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome.
Welcome to the gayest podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh and I'm here with
Eric
and CJ.
Hi boys, how are we today?
Good. The weather broke.
Summer's in the air. It's going to be like almost 90 this weekend.
I know. Josh is busting out the first tank top of the summer.
I know.
I love that every episode for the past month and a half, we've started off with the weather and it's like, it's warm, it's cold again, it's warm, it's spring. Now we're like, it's summer.
Yeah, because March and April and even a little bit into May in Detroit is kind of like that fuck you months. Like, you don't know. You got to wear all 4 seasons in 4 weeks. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, every day is different. You just don't know. Like, you literally, you go over to someone's house and you're like, ooh, are we going to be inside? Are we going to be outside? Do I wear shorts? Do I wear jeans? Do I pack a hoodie? You literally got to plan for it all.
Well, when we had a little podcast weekend up at my cottage recently, and we were all talking about what we were going to wear. We're like, pack for all 4 seasons. Like, pack everything you have.
Yeah, no, and so that's lovely, and we're all fully vaccinated, which is wonderful. Snaps for
science. Look at us, here we are.
Snaps for science, just in time for this warm weather. It's lovely.
It's still odd, so I wasn't going to go out all maskless at first, even though the CDC said it was fine. And that just kind of fell into it, and now I'm not going back. I'm going everywhere maskless now. I'm just whatever.
I looked at my mask the other day, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with all these now?
I still feel weird about it, so I'm still doing wallet, keys, phone, mask. I'm still doing that.
Oh, I have that in my card just in case some places do require it for if you walk in. I keep it in my pocket. A little place on Sunday when we're walking around. Yeah, and some places are still asking it. Meijer is not lifting it right now.
And there's Kroger. I don't think Target, Starbucks. A lot of the big chains aren't. And so I get that too because they're in different states with still different varying degrees. So I mean, it is what it is. But especially I think a lot of the restaurants are, because you were literally wearing it for 10 feet from when you walked into your table. So I get why some restaurants are doing it. I just hope everyone who isn't wearing a mask, it's fully vaccinated.
I'm so ready for it to be a thing of the past, and we don't even have to talk about it in everyday life.
Everyone's so over it. So for our listeners who don't know, I finally got a job. Yay! Look at me. I'm traveling, but everyone in the office, because we are back in the office right now, it starts off in the day and everyone kind of wanders in with their mask on, and then about lunchtime they're all below everyone's chins, and then by the end of the day they're just on a desk somewhere and no one even wears them anymore. So it's happened 2 days in a row now, and I'm like, why do we even start off with a mask? You're not going to finish with the mask.
I mean, everybody's going to be at their own comfort level, but yeah, I'm ready for some normal life and just things to go back to the way they were. Me and producer Chad are going to our first concert in 2 weeks. It's outside at the casino. I'm so excited to go to do something outdoors, real life. I can't tell you how excited I am.
Yeah, no, it's so good. It's so wonderful. And we have science to thank for that. And so if you haven't already and you have concerns about the vaccine, talk to your doctor. Don't just believe what you read on Facebook or on websites. Talk to your doctor. They help you through these things. Talk to them. Because we want to get that number up, because it's got to get to 70% vaccinated for me to have a full wedding. I think the banquet halls won't fully open up till we get to 70%. And I already put that deposit down, girl. So
Josh is going door to door now. Have you been vaccinated? I'm helping you get married.
Yeah, he's in this little.
You heard about our Lord Savior? I'm not here about that. I'm here about a vaccination.
Spencer's going to be I need the final count, and he's going to be 2034. I had to send people to the wedding to get them vaccinated.
Right.
Yeah. But too funny. And then the other thing, because this would be the last podcast we talk about COVID, fingers crossed. And non-COVID news, we've all been just sharing article after article after article about the return of Bennifer 1.0.
Oh my God. Bennifer 1.0. Don't forget there's
the OG Bennifer. Can we believe it? Can you believe?
No. I mean, A-Rod's been taking little digs too. Like he posted at the dining room table, and it's something because Ben Affleck's a diehard Red Sox fan. Obviously, he's from Boston, but he was seen on video walking out of a restaurant. All he said was "Go Yankees" or something. And there were pictures of them getting off an airplane together, and they're clearly holding hands and getting the car together. And is it a rebound? I don't know.
It was pretty fast, though.
She has a boyfriend 2 days after her relationship ends. It was P. Diddy to everyone. She had a boyfriend before she broke up with somebody.
It was P. Diddy to Ben Affleck, and then she was married to Mark Antony. Was Chris Judd in the mix at some point?
Yeah, P. Diddy was before Chris Judd, and then she married Chris Judd. While she was with Chris Judd, Ben Affleck was spotted on the red carpet, giving her flowers. Then she was married to him for 3 days. As soon as Ben Affleck and her called off her engagement, she married Mark Antony 6 months later. Then after Mark ended, she dated the one Casper Smart guy. A-Rod, it's just the girl's always had a boyfriend before she's ended her relationship.
She's treating them like food subscriptions. She was like, I'm going to do the trial, and then after my trial period's done, I'm going to move on to the blue plate, and then after that's done, I'm going to move on to the blue apron or whatever.
You got to give the girl a credit, though. She's got a little variety in her flavor. She don't discriminate.
No. I mean, when you look like J-Lo, it's still when I see photos now and when I see what J-Lo looked like in the 90s and early 2000s, I was like, God, are you just getting better looking as you get old? I saw a photo and it literally said that this is J-Lo at 51 or 52 hours. She goes, this is the same age that Rue McClanahan started filming Golden Girls as Blanche Devereaux, and had a photo of the two of them together.
Oh my God.
And I was dying. I was like, oh man, don't do that to Rue, but damn J-Lo.
Did you see the picture I sent you the other day of Cher and People, her 75th cover shoot for People? And I was like, she's 75? That she has drank Death Becomes Her juice for sure, girl. I cannot believe that.
She is turning back time on that face.
I mean, good for her. She's in the new Pink music video. I just saw that.
I saw that.
Jennifer Lopez in?
No, Cher.
I was like, God.
Yeah, no, and Judith Light. It's a fun little thing. But yeah, it's just I wonder how Jennifer Garner feels about all of this, because clearly they co-parent, and he had that really nice post about Jennifer Garner on Mother's Day. And he posted all those throwback photos.
World, man, that girl stepped up, takes care of their kids, supported him through everything. She hasn't said one bad thing about him, and he kind of did not do her right.
I mean, she literally was driving him to rehab because she's like, you are the father of my children. And I always kind of rooted for them to get back together, especially because they were separated, but they were not divorced for the longest time.
No, and they lived in the same house. They said he just lived in a different part of the house. I was rooting for them too, but I don't know. What if Bennifer was meant to be all along? I mean, he's from Boston, she's from the Bronx. You don't know.
You guys, what if that Carrie? Remember that canary? Did Ben give her the canary?
It was pink. It was a pink diamond. Yeah,
pink diamond. If that engagement ring makes its reappearance, the heart of the ocean, I just can't. I don't even know. Come back.
Well, that's how it usually is with her. She's in a relationship, and then the rebound guy is usually the marriage guy. So they'll probably get married.
And Ben was with he was with that girl from Knives Out and the Bond girl, Anna, Alma, something like that. Very pretty. She was in that Knives Out movie with,
Josh, if we don't know her name, is she even a celebrity, to quote you?
True. I just said who she was with. I didn't call her a celebrity. And I think she might have been nominated for an Oscar. I don't know. Who knows anymore? They give away those to
nobody cares about Oscars anymore. Next.
Awards have been canceled.
People are giving their awards back now. So Tom are here, take these back.
I'm sorry.
The Golden Globes are done. The Golden Globe, NBC won't air them, and now people are returning them.
Why?
All because of Emily in Paris. No, so yeah.
What are you talking about right now? The Golden Globes are my favorite. How are you crushing me like this?
They're done.
Oh, they're done. They're canceled. You won't see those on air again. They're already talking about what's going to replace it, like either the SAG or the Critics' Choice.
January.
They're done. Yeah, they did a whole investigation because after Emily's in Paris got like a couple Golden Globe nominations, everyone's like, what the fuck happened? Turns out that people from the Golden Globes were taking like bribes and were like going, they flew them all to the Emily in Paris set before it even aired, wine them, dine them at the best restaurants. And then it was cute, but it wasn't like Golden Globe worthy. Nice. And then so they did this whole investigation about racial inequality and it did not come out well. So yeah, the Golden Globes are like on their way out.
Oh my God, they should let Ricky Gervais host the last year and just let him go crazy.
Yeah, NBC already said they won't air them. They're like, we're giving up if someone else wants them.
So you think it's good? You think they'll do it like just online, like a streaming thing?
Well, a lot of networks already said that they won't campaign to have their shows and their actors be a part of it. Like, I think it was Netflix or Amazon said they will not campaign to get Golden Globe nominations, which is huge. Like, because they literally, those people were making so much money. They were getting all these free trips. They were getting all this, stuff. It's just not happening no more.
Could you imagine being an actor, like working your way up and you finally have this hit TV show and you're like, oh, I don't get a Globe.
It's like at the end. It's like at the end of Drop Dead Gorgeous when she shows up to the American Teen Rose Princess house and it's bankrupt and Sarah Rose Cosmetics, the sign just falls over and all this.
Guys, I mean,
it's the exact same.
Look at all the award shows this year. I mean, usually we discuss all these people who have won. Like, we have gave zero fucks. And yeah, Emily in Paris, there's a problem with that if that's not in for Golden Globe. The only thing I was sad about was when I did watch Schitt's Creek in the Emmys, and I thought they deserved it, but that was the only one I watched this year.
And I only watched it to have them, and I'm so glad they set up that little tent and they did their own thing. Yeah. But even then, it was like, oh, how robbed did they get to not have that big red carpet moment? But it is what it is. But yeah, that's a quick we did a whole little whirlwind of all the biggest news stories. So why don't we refill our drinks, take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll jump into the first category. Category is, we'll be right back.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. And so, as we've all been talking about, with there being no new music, no new movies, no new TV, we are at a drought. And so most recently, I'm just like, whatever Netflix just uploads, I just start watching and hoping to find something that bites. Because it's a wasteland out there for TV right now. As I'm sure you guys know. So recently, I binged 2 shows over the course of the last couple of weeks. So the first one was Jupiter's Legacy, which is on Netflix. It's 8 episodes. It stars Josh Duhamel, which I was like, okay, at least it's eye candy. And Leslie Bibb. You might know her from Popular back in the day.
Yeah, I know Leslie Bibb is.
Yeah. So what it is, and this is the thing, it's based off a comic book or a graphic novel, whatever the fuck that
Eric's
is.
already out. Eric's out.
Yeah. Oh, good. Marvel. Yay!
It's not that. It's not that at all.
I watched the first 2 episodes. And I'm like, meh.
Okay, I only finished it for this podcast, and I'm letting you all know that you can probably skip it. So
desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah. And I watched the whole damn thing. I watched all 8 episodes, and then it ended, and I was like, well, I guess I did that. But the main problem with the whole damn thing is every other scene jumps between the 1920s and today. Okay. So it's a lot of jumping around. So I found myself not being entertained. So I was playing, one of my little games on my phone. And then I look up and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And at times it feels like it moves really slow and then really fast, then really slow and then really fast. There is Josh Duhamel and Leslie Bibb, because they're actually like, so they get these superpowers and they become these heroes on Earth. Okay. And that's kind of the 1920s storyline. And then today's storyline is their kids like really don't want to take up the mantle of these power things. And so the kids today are like they're like little celebrities because they're getting into clubs, they're drinking, they're doing coke, they're having like the time of their lives. And they're like, I don't want to be Captain America. I want to be like Slutty McSlutterson.
Right. There's no secret identities in this. Like, people know who they are.
Yeah, and they use it to their advantage. They're just like, I'm gonna get in this club tonight, and I'm gonna bang whoever I want. There is a lot of abs from the younger crew, and I appreciate that.
The son was the only reason I watched.
Yeah,
some 90s. Okay, Baywatch.
You're right. I forgot. Thigh guy summer is in.
Yeah,
thick thighs are in, abs are out.
Okay.
But the other weird thing about it is, so Josh Duhamel in present day is old as fuck, and he's got this long white hair and this beard that's white, and he's not hot.
He's got like prosthetic wrinkles on too.
He's trying to be a serious actor. Okay,
it felt like he was trying to give this Utopia, and that's the name of it. That's his superhero name, Utopia. Like, how stupid is that? And he literally like, I'm the Utopia. That's stupid.
Right. Yeah, I watched that show on. Oh no, that's Euphoria. Never mind. Go ahead.
And he's trying to bring this sense of like righteousness and whatever, and it feels kind of.
It did not track.
Right.
Yeah, we don't
not track.
We don't kill the villains that are killing everyone. We arrest them and put them in prison. Killing is bad.
So it won't be nominated for Golden Globes because they're not having any, but no other award shows as well.
Listen, they might have already won one. They probably paid them off.
So, I mean, it was kind of a snooze. I say if you're looking for a superhero TV show, it felt like it tried to be The Boys on Amazon. Yeah. And it wasn't. The Boys is so much more well done. It's so much more thoughtful. It felt like they tried to like kind of combat against the Marvel Megaverse. And I think The Boys, which both of you, right. I know both of you watched it. Yeah. It did a really good job of doing it. This did not. So
it started off with that little bit of grittiness, like The Boys, like, okay, like they're not like your Marvel, like clean cut, like superheroes. There's some backstory and some badness here, but it fell hard.
Yeah. And then, so the next thing I watched was called Shadow and Bone, and it's also on Netflix. And it's also 8 episodes. And this is based off a trilogy, a book trilogy. And I think it's aimed at like that 15-year-old girl. So that's probably why I liked it. Because we kind of have the same taste.
So it got premiered on the CW.
But this one, you can tell Netflix sunk some money into it. The costumes, the scenes, like Netflix like threw like Game of Thrones money at it. And it definitely had, of all the things I've watched since Game of Thrones, the most Game of Thrones vibe. There's like 3 or 4 different storylines kind of happening throughout the kingdom, and they kind of all come together at the very last episode. So it's been in the top 10 of Netflix. It got really, really good praise. So I'm guessing that one will get renewed. My only issue with it is, so just like Game of Thrones, how they had this entire universe of which you knew nothing about. Sometimes you get lost in the details. Like sometimes they throw out these words and these cities, and you're just like, what the fuck they say? How the fuck do I know that? Like, you know how you had to watch Game of Thrones a while before you caught on, like, the Dothraki, the Highgarden. Like, that's how it felt, and I wasn't there. And again, sometimes I'm drinking, sometimes I'm playing on my phone. I'm not 100%. It never got me like 100% like invested where I was like, I'm only committed to this. I'm not looking at my phone for the next hour. But it does have Ben Barnes, which is super, super hot. I really like me some Ben Barnes.
I started episode 1 last night and couldn't even finish. I think I stopped about 2/3 of the way in.
So what I'm hearing is you guys are giving me too hard a pass.
Yeah, Eric, I would not.
So we've gone from you like talking about there's nothing in COVID to don't even watch this. Yeah. It's a waste of your time.
You take the good, you take the bad. And
it feels like we're at the bottom of the barrel here.
The fact of life. Speaking of bad shows on Netflix, I just watched the Field New show with Wanda Sykes on Netflix. That was terrible too. Like literally 2 episodes in, I'm like, this is not even funny, and I love Wanda Sykes. Come on. Like,
it's just we're getting it's like we definitely all need to like regroup and take a minute. It's making me like,
he
the
said
whole thing.
Regroup, not reboot, by the way, for all you people listening. Regroup.
Regroup.
We don't want any more reboots.
Yeah.
Right. that barrel's been burned, okay? We've done with it. But
she's charred.
She's charred. We turning her into a table. We're calling the lesbians. Like, it's gonna make a little home project. But yeah, it just is real bad. And I think that maybe now that California is reopening and they're starting to regain production on stuff, that we're going to hopefully be in a better place by the fall. But like, I know Netflix, like their main goal was to get new content out there. Said they were going to release something new every single week of the year. And you can tell that you're starting to lose the quality. And
yes.
It's not, I don't think it's not, I think it's financially stupid.
Bring back my girls.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like the Halston show though. That's on Netflix, but that's a Ryan Murphy thing. Like, I mean, Ryan Murphy, he just signed this huge deal with Netflix, so of course it's going to be good.
Does Ryan Murphy not own Netflix yet?
He doesn't need to.
You also watch the Girls 5. Didn't you watch that show?
Oh, so I tried. So yeah,
isn't that Busy Phillips' new show?
To give our listeners some background.
I mean, let's do a third show not to watch.
Last week, I told the boys, I'm going to tackle this Girls 5 Eva on Peacock. It's got Sarah Bareilles, Renee Elise Goldsberry from Hamilton. It's got the one woman from Wine Country, which was also kind of hit or miss on Netflix. And then Busy Phillips. And it's from Tina Fey. And I was like, from Tina Fey, you got me. Like, I'm a huge 30 Rock fan. I loved Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. So Mean Girls, classic. But so I started this Girls 5 Eva, and you can only watch the first episode before subscribing to the Peacock like pay thing. And it did not lure me in enough. And no, it's even worse. I've been waiting.
You didn't reach for that credit card, girl?
No, girl, I had a free trial and I was like, do I want to waste it on this? And I said, no. I am saving that free trial on Peacock for another show.
He said Girls 5 never.
Never.
Girls 5 never.
What's it about? Is it like a girl group?
So it's like essentially these 5 girls. And you know how in Emily in Paris, her best friend that she meets up, I think she's a nanny. She can sing opera. Yeah. She's in it. There's the 5 girls. And so in like 1999, 2000, they're like on TRL, Carson Daly's there. They're ready. They have this big hit and they just think they're going to take off. And they were like a one-hit wonder. And then fast forward to 2021 and this rapper, like Lil Weezy, ends up sampling their song. And so they found this new fame again because everyone's like, oh my God, who's this band? Like, it'd be like if someone sampled like LFO or like Live or one of those boy bands that like didn't really make it like an NSYNC or Backstreet, but it would be like they sampled them and they made like a reunion tour. Okay. But the problem is Ashley Park, who's that Asian woman from Emily in Paris, like she died in 2008. So like literally there's only 4 of them left. And it's just, it didn't hold. Like, and Sarah Bareilles, while I think she's fantastic, like I love Sarah Bareilles, actress, maybe not. maybe stick to the songs and get yourself some more Grammys or something, girl. But I didn't love it. And it moved at a weird pace. Jimmy Fallon, because it's NBC, Tina Fey, like she just calls in favors. Carson Daly showed up. Jimmy Fallon showed up. It was
just couldn't save the day, huh?
Well, that's like when TLC tried to come out with a new album, and I was just like, well, this is just not.
After Left Eye died, and it was TNC.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah,
it's exactly what it reminded me of, and it just it didn't hold. So I wouldn't recommend that one.
Well, thanks for recommending us not what to watch.
I got a new show what not to watch. Yes.
I love it.
And no, it's even now it's kind of stuck in my do you want to continue?
I'm gonna get rid of you. I don't want to see you anymore. No, I want to move on. Just over it. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. But yeah, so that kind of wraps up what I got here. So with that, I'm out of a cocktail already. I downed that sucker during that. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to mix it up and send it over to what CJ's watching. Hopefully it's better than what I've seen.
We'll see. We'll see.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. And we're going to flip it over to CJ. I want to be like, we're back.
Oh my God. That joke will never get funny. It will take a while before.
No, Josh does such a good job. We got to just tell people. So I said the boys at video. It was a TikTok video, and it's this guy at brunch. And when the waitress walks away and bottomless mimosas are about to end, and the lady goes, Josh?
And so the waiter, it's a gay guy clearly, and he's holding up his glass. The waitress said, come back.
And it's from Titanic.
From Titanic.
Yeah. It was from Titanic when she decides she's going to live.
Yeah.
But I identify with that because I have been at bottomless brunch and all of a sudden.
Girl, you ain't special. We've all identified with that.
We've all been there, girl.
Yeah, nice try. Trying to act like she's special or something.
Next time we'll go to the brunch, we'll be a trio. It'll harmonize. Goodbye.
I'm gonna wear a front door strap to myself as an outfit.
Oh my God. I can't with you.
I just hate that. But okay, so sorry.
Anyways, RuPaul's at it again with her little spin-offs. This time she is in Australia, Down Under. And listen, I was so excited for this season because I love me an Aussie boy. I love that accent. I love everything about it.
Hemsworth all day long.
Right. I could not be more disappointed in this season of Drag Race.
I can't with this podcast.
It's seriously the queens are just so bitchy and I love bitchy queens. I love that whole thing. And it's part of drag to read each other, but it's too much. They just don't get along. I don't really think any of them are really that good. So if this shows you anything, second episode was Snatch Game, which is very early in the season.
The second episode.
How many queens are there? Usually they wait till they're down to 10.
Yeah, so there's 13 queens, their original amount. So I'm okay, well maybe Ru's giving them more people opportunities to bring out their celebrity impersonations. No, no, it was Ru said, I think Ru or Michelle said this was the worst Snatch Game ever. Someone tried to do Dolly Parton.
Why?
No. That's not a hard character to do if you pull it off right.
And they didn't at all. Ru was you didn't bring any of that Dolly stuff whatsoever. You tried to do this fake country accent. You didn't have any of the Dollyisms. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't just throw on a blonde wig and big boobs and call yourself
right.
Dolly.
And the wig was even horrible. It was a cheap shake and go Party City wig. It was not I was Trixie Mattel could have done Dolly Parton better. The wig was horrible. The boobs weren't big at all. Over it already. Okay.
No.
Eric.
There was a noise. Just go.
Oh, okay. Oven is ready. I just read what your note said.
You're all like looking at one like, what's that song? Yeah, I am over this topic already. Nah.
I love it. So the two best things out of this whole season are, one, the pit crew, because they are gorgeous. There's this like cute little bald, like daddy, like furry guy. Gorgeous. Love him. And then there is this muscle queen that, yes, about it.
So nothing to say about any of the queens.
Right.
I mean, so I'm all for the pit crew.
No. The other next best thing is their names. And that I wanted to go through some of the names because I like these. I need a Wiglet. I like that. I need a Wiglet. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Which I was kind of like, I don't know. That gets old, maybe after a while.
I'm not
my favorite
loving these names.
Yeah. I can see RuPaul, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's what RuPaul does with the names that makes them.
Yeah.
My favorite of the whole season is Karen from Finance.
That's funny.
Yeah. At least that one's funny, though.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Karen from Finance.
There's and then JoJo Zaho. And I was like, okay. And
we already had a JoJo. Get out.
Right. Get out. Don't leave. So since I think the best thing about it is the names, I looked up these little things on how to find your drag names. And so I thought I would go through the categories and then we can each say what our drag name would be based on those criteria.
That's so fun.
Okay, so the first one is your mother and your father's middle name. So mine would be Lynn Edwards. Common name, nothing like draggy about that. Eric?
Oh, like that's your whole name? Like Lynn Edwards? Like Alyssa Edwards?
Yeah, so you would do your mother's middle name and your father's
middle name. He's going to do a couple different ones. So
I've got several different criteria here.
I mean, technically my dad's name is Perry, but his middle name given at birth is Perry, so it would be Lynn Perry.
We're both Lynn's. I love that.
I'm like Lee. I'm sorry, Lee, not Lynn. You just said Lynn, and that screwed me up. Lee Perry. My bad.
Lee Perry. Okay. Mine's Marie Floyd.
Ooh, I like that.
Marie Floyd.
I like that one a lot.
That is so Macomb County.
I was like, my mom was born in Sheboygan, so I don't know what.
Oh my God.
You're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Roger's from Macomb County. Roger Floyd.
So the next one is your middle name and then the county that you were born in. So mine, I don't have a middle name, so mine would just be Winchester.
Oh, that kind of defines you, though. I mean, that's
just one name, just a Madonna Adele.
Mine would be Anthony Wayne.
Anthony Wayne.
Eric, we're from the same drag family because I'm Christopher Wayne.
And welcome to the stage, Christopher Wayne.
The House of Wayne.
Double act. Tony.
The House of Wayne is the House of Pain.
Right. The next one is your favorite ice cream flavor and your favorite cookie flavor.
Oh.
So mine would be vanilla chocolate chip.
Wait, what was the second one again?
Ice cream flavor, cookie flavor.
Oh, mine would be chocolate peanut butter Thin Mint.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. No, mine's terrible.
That's my first 5-person name. I'm like one of those celebrity kids. Or a Kennedy.
I love it.
Okay. So mine's Eskimo Kisses Tag Along.
Oh. I would reverse yours. Tag Along.
That's
Eskimo
like a porn
Kisses.
movie.
Right?
Okay, and then
the Samoas, but
the last one is your first pet's name and the street you grew up on. So mine would be Roxy Rose.
Oh, that's a good drag name. Mine would be Hobo Minnock.
Hobo?
Hobo, H-O-B-O, hobo.
Mine would be Shadow Wiedemann.
Ooh, I like it.
Shadow Wiedemann. Sounds kind of
So I
mysterious.
think that's how we would figure our drag names then, is the street and the pet names.
Well,
or the
that's
pet
my
a
favorite.
fun little game.
That was fun.
You know, I guess we could talk about the U.S. drag.
Let's do it. Just because I think a lot of people were talking, because I do think the last season of Drag Race, and we can say who the winner is because it's been like a month now, and if you don't know, shame on you. But it's Simone, and I think everyone was really, really happy that Simone won. She definitely, I thought, was one of the best ones in the show. It was also one of my favorite seasons of Drag Race. I really enjoyed the makeup and the artistry and the costumes and everything like that.
It was definitely complete opposite of Down Under. So.
I was happy with Simone winning. I would have been happy with Gottmik winning. Either one were fine for me. I love the show.
Same.
If Candy would have won, I would have attacked the screen. And like, I thought when she won over Rose, I was like, come on, this is like her miscongeniality and let her be. Like,
it literally felt like a Game of Thrones episode when I was like, this is the worst scenario possible. Like, because I really thought in the top two was going to be Simone and Gottmik. I really thought it was going to come down to the two of them, and I was going to be happy with either one of them winning. I think that they bring elevated level to drag, which is really like fresh and unique, and I think it's really, really cool. And I love Rose. I really do. I like her drag a lot. I love that old school kind of drag. But yeah, I thought it was a good season though, right?
It was. And I think there were a lot of talented queens, like not even just drag. Like Rose was a gorgeous singer. I thought a lot of the singing challenges or the acting challenges, I thought they all really did very well.
I thought like Denali was going to make it much further because that queen did it on fucking ice skates. Like, if you can lip sync in ice skates, you got a future, honey.
Those like queens who are just like, oh, I'm on roller skates or oh, I'm on ice skates and this is my drag. It's like Tina Burner. I'm burnt out. Stop doing your same old looks. I want to see different colors. I want to see different looks. I want to see different stuff. Like, that's what I love about Gottmik. I thought he killed it acting. I thought he killed it singing. I thought he killed it the impersonations. His makeup, all his looks were different. They went with the theme. Like, that's what I want to see when I see a drag queen. I don't want to see the same 5 like looks on you.
Fire hydrant.
Get ready, because when Roxy Rose comes to stage, I'm going to be on those bird scooters.
No. You are
just going to ride it on the stage.
Her name is Winchester or whatever the fuck.
Winchester on her bird scooter.
Yeah. No. That's your name.
Yeah, I thought it was like one of the best seasons for the main stage, like for the looks, the red. I don't want to call it the red carpet. What's it called?
The main stage at RuPaul's Drag Race.
The main stage, the runway looks. The
runway.
Yes, were so good. And even that finale, all of their looks. And I liked how they did the drive-in movie theater type thing.
Yes.
You're trying to keep it socially distant and opened. I thought that was fun. But yeah, it was a good season. I enjoyed it.
I really did too.
I skipped the last season. So once I found out, because the previous season was the one where they deemed the one queen ineligible to win, and she kept winning all the episodes.
Oh, that's right.
And I was so sick. I was like, she's going to make it to the finale. And so I just gave up after 3 or 4 episodes because I thought it was really.
She did though, didn't she? She was like top 6, I think, and then she went home.
Oh, really?
I think
I don't remember.
Just goes to show you.
But, well, the whole last year's a blend. Sorry, not to bring up COVID again.
Yeah, no. Well, thanks for that. And, next time we come into the Gayest podcast ever, I'll have to be like, hello, my name is Shadow Wiedemann.
What was yours, Eric? Hobo something?
Hobo
Minnock.
Hobo Minnock?
And welcome to the stage, Hobo Minnock.
Yeah, I like that twist on it.
Yeah, she's coming from the back,
like Chloe.
Coming from the back.
I can already hear RuPaul. What'd you call me? You call me a homo? What'd you call me?
He's like slow-mo, homo, Hobo Minnock.
Oh no, Hobo.
How's your hobo?
Hobo, you better don't.
Okay.
All right, let's take a quick break. We fill our glasses and we come back. Hobo will tell us about his topic. I couldn't resist. We'll be right back.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. And Erica, tell us what you would or would not recommend based on your watching habits.
You're on mute.
I know, I understand. There's sirens everywhere. It took me flashback to your vacuum episode when the vacuum was going on in the studio. There's literally sirens everywhere around my house right now. So I was dying for something to watch, and CJ had mentioned that Bethenny, the original beat of, Housewives, Bethenny Frankel has a new show on HBO Max because that bitch is always looking for a reality show.
Was she the one in jail?
No.
Who's that?
This is
Bethenny is Skinny Girl. Skinny Girl, Jim Beam.
Oh, Skinny Girl Margarita.
She had nothing when she started as a New York housewife. She went to HBO Max. It's called The Big Shot with Bethenny. It's basically looking for somebody to be her second in command and be VP of operations. Bethenny got her start on reality TV when she was on Martha Stewart's version of The Apprentice. And after that, she went to Housewives of New York, and that's kind of how she got. But, she's got all these businesses from liquor to shapewear, popcorn, coffee syrups, it's 25 business. She does, Be Strong, which is, that goes to all the countries and helps with all the relief when all these disasters happen and things like that. But so she's bringing in all these people, and it's kind of like an adult version of The Apprentice or Martha Stewart show, if you will.
An adult version? Where's the
you can just tell that it's not on NBC, the editing, there's a lot of swearing. Yeah.
Oh, she says fuck every
other
sentence.
Oh,
yeah.
But
it's mature content.
Yeah.
So the first night they all show up to her house in Connecticut, and she's got her team there. One of her teams is a former producer of Ellen, and then it's a father and son, they're Jewish, and then her little assistant Sarah. And they all the people start getting out of the car. It's very Bachelor, and then they're going into the cocktail party. And she's not there, so they all just start drinking and doing shots. And so she's watching them from upstairs. And they have to make these Instagram live videos for their first challenge. And a lot of them are just getting wasted. And there's a DJ, her name is DJ Nicole Rose.
Oh my God, Rose.
And she is over the top. I cannot with this girl. But some of these people, they come from legitimate businesses. They had to go on QVC with her. And she just always talks about how her time is so valuable. So they have this event and they're doing her shapewear. And she's like, listen, I'm going to be in there, because she throws a curveball. She's like, I'm going to be in the photo. You have me here for an hour and a half. Use me. And literally Nicole Rose just puts her in the corner, and she's like, I'm going to shoot these two first, and we have their looks clicked out, and then I'll get you for the third look. And puts her down and is running all over the shoot. It's just very reality show. But the girl shows up in a crop top to her interviews. And the other girl's just cussing up a storm. She goes, how you doing today? And she's like, I'm fucking stressed. And she's like, I don't know about you guys, but when I went on job interviews, this is not how I act with my boss. I'm not getting wasted.
Well, the DJ Rose, when the first episode, when Bethenny finally comes downstairs and comes outside, she's behind the bar making shots. And she goes, oh, hi, do you want a shot? And Bethenny's like, no, first of all, those are coffee syrups, not meant for shots. And you could tell she was just over it. These people, I don't know how they got this interview, because every episode I've been I could do that better. I could do that better. I could do that better. I could do that better.
She keeps bringing in new people, just because the old people are so bad. And I'm like, I can't tell if this show's good or not.
This is a job.
They keep replacing the contestants to get new ones.
Yeah. Well, she brought back one of the original people she sent home, and then she brings in this other guy who apparently runs Ice-T and Coco's estate, and he's going to be in charge. And she pretty much fired him the first episode. Yeah.
So this position is for VP,
of all her companies, basically to be her second in command. And these people are more. The one guy she fired. But then she hired him as her personal assistant.
Yeah.
I like you, but not for this.
All of these people probably could have been her personal assistant, and that would have been a decent thing for them. But I'm like, VP?
This is literally what she says to them. She doesn't say, like, you're fired, or she goes, you're not right for this position.
No. You're not right for
Well, I mean, to be fair, when trying to hire a VP of a multi-million-dollar corporation, maybe a reality show isn't the best avenue.
Right.
Oh, no, but there's this boy, Luke, on the show. Like, he has basically made a little name for himself in the Bravo family. He now does Bethenny's makeup, Dorinda's makeup, Caroline from Ladies of London makeup, and he is a little looker.
He is cute.
I saw him pop
But he's
on the
a
show.
makeup artist. He's
Yeah,
not
but now he does
VP
all like the
operations.
Bravo celebrities like makeup. Like, I'm like, all right, Luke, here you are again. Like, man, I got to get like to be a celebrity hairstylist because they just wear this hat.
It wasn't like episode 1 or 2 where she looks at him. She goes, "Do you want to apply for this job?" He's like, "I would love to."
He was just back there.
Yeah.
She calls her 10-year-old daughter on the one, and she's like, "Who do you think mommy should fire her?" And she's like, "I think it's too soon too." And I'm like, "I don't know, Bethenny. I'm really for your shows, but this is a little far-fetched."
If I was her investors, I would seriously be like, "Are you for real, or do I need to pull my money? Because this is giving me pause."
I want to know whoever vetted these candidates. There is one girl. Her name is like Malaxi.
Yes, love her.
She is like a CEO. She's got 2 boys, and literally the first night, her people even told her she did not get up from that couch. She was like, "No, you guys can come to me." She walked around and looked at the products and opened the products. Like, she was there, and that's what Bethenny says. Like, I would be on point. I would be studying. I would be dressed up early in a 3-piece suit, like looking.
Trying the
one
products.
girl, Jen, was pretty good, but
Yeah, it seems like if she was really serious about this, that all the people that she would have as contestants were people who were part of startups, who had their own small business, who maybe ran a family business, like people like that who are just looking for that next big advantage. So it seems like those are the people it should be. Like on Top Chef, they bring in chefs.
She's too much of a control freak to give up power, which makes no sense to me. Because even everything, like, you see how when she walks in the loft and stuff, CJ, she's like fixing everything and adjusting everything. She's like a control freak. And I'm like, there's no way you're just going to let this person run all your companies. Like, you're doing it for another reality show. And that's one of the things she's asking them is, do you think people are here for fame? Like, no, I don't.
Well, I think she's wanting a personal assistant because she's getting people to she wants someone to do her Instagram stories and her social media. She wants someone to help her with when she's doing home shopping network. I'm like, that's not a VP at all. VP's running your finances.
She does talk about her social media a lot, and I'm like, you want a social media director or something?
Right.
I can do your Instagram lives for you. Hire me. I'm not going to say don't watch it. I'm going to say
I do enjoy it. So it is co-produced by the same guy that does Survivor and The Apprentice, Mark Burnett. Yeah. So it does kind of have that feel to it. I like it. I enjoy it. I think I'm on episode 4 or something. So.
I mean, I just want Ed McMahon to walk out and be like, 2.5 stars.
I like her because she says fuck every few seconds.
But then she talks about them cussing and stuff, and I'm like, you're literally cussing at them.
So Steve said the same thing, but she's not interviewing for a position. They are. There is a little bit of difference.
I cringed when she was running around the whole event, talking about her out loud and yelled at the cameras and was like, "I'm not done." I'm like, oh, this is cringeworthy. And then they're like, you look like a boss when she was on the balcony, and she's like, I am a boss. I'm like, well, this is work. I don't know. It's just a lot for me. I mean, if you're bored and you Bethenny, I'm like, it's something to watch. It's not the greatest. They're doing a release of episodes. The last one comes out this Thursday. I mean, I watched them all up until then, so I got to see how it ends.
They didn't even put them all on at once.
No. Well, guys, we've ripped apart every TV show from the top to the bottom.
So what not to watch?
Right. Oh, my God.
And we hope you'll be right back. And do not reboot, regroup.
Yeah.
These are 3 things we're taking away from this whole episode.
Absolutely. And we know our drag names now, which is a highlight. But yeah, man, what a wild year it's been. We are going to, for our listeners out there, we love you so much. Thank you so much for listening, going on this journey with us. This is going to be our last episode of season 2. We're going to take a little summer hiatus. Hopefully, as you can tell, we're over all the TV shows, we're over all the movies, all the music, all everything. So we're going to need everyone to step up their game while we're gone. And when we come back in the fall, we're going to have all of the best for you all. And thank you so much for listening and following through us, especially as we navigated doing this remotely from home. So we're just so happy, and we love you all. Get vaccinated, wash your hands, do all that stuff.
Go out and live your lives and report back.
Hopefully we'll be coming back from the studio.
Oh my God, I can't wait to be in the studio. Like, show up and Josh is having a beer at the bar.
I won't be downtown.
2 or 3 glasses of wine to go upstairs.
That was always the best part about already being downtown. I would just leave my office at 4 and start drinking.
Isn't your office permanently like where you are right now?
Yeah, exactly. I'm broadcasting from it. I don't think we're going back anytime soon. So, I mean, I'm not mad about it because our new patio furniture arrives. So, excited for a little change of space for me to work outside. But yes, so to our listeners, we love you. Thank you. Use this time to catch up on episodes. Send it to a friend. Send it to a loved one. We thank you so much. And until next time, bye.
Bye.